Hey guys, Angel here with Ninth House Collective. Thank you so much for joining me. I felt called to do things a little different today. So today is the 27th of May. There is this very special portal that is opening. Think of it as a cosmic realignment, right? It's time. This is an energy of alignment and really a chance to rewrite our story on some level. It's a real big shift, and this portal and this energy is just really potent at this time. So I'm going to be doing kind of elemental readings. So right now I'm reading for my water signs. So again, I'm looking at the energy from the 27th through the 2nd of June, right? So May 27th today through June 2nd. All right, so we're going to be looking at what messages can come through for growth and expansion, because really this is a portal that has the potency to kind of shape your next 10 years or so, right? This is a shift, a new way of being. Some people call it, the shift between 3D and 5D. However it resonates for you, there is just a big change in the energy coming, and this cosmic energy, this portal that is open today through the 2nd is potent. So I wanted to jump on and see what messages can come forth to really help you guys shift in a way that is for your highest good. Because the way that I understand it, I am not an astrologist, but I love to listen to my favorite astrologers and read on different topics. The way I understand this shift that's happening, it is going to propel us either to kind of stay stuck in the same cycles that we had been in, or shift us to a completely different timeline, right? So think of it as a shedding of the old self, and really a powerful, potent time for self-awareness, for growth and expansion, which is, what I love to do. That's how I like to use my channel. So again, this reading is for my Cancer, my Scorpio, and my Pisces friends. And as always, if I get any feelings within my body or messages around our chakra centers that would be important for you to know, I will bring that forward as well. So without any further ado, let's jump in. I just charged and cleansed all of my cards. So I'm just going to shuffle once or twice and ask to be a clear channel for my water signs. What is it they need to know, and how can they really take advantage of this potent cosmic portal that is open for manifestation? It's rife, right? It's very potent right now. Are you going to manifest the same? Are you going to manifest cycles that have been repeating for some time? Or are you going to take this shift and really gain some growth and self-awareness and propel yourself into a new way of being? All right. So for my beautiful water signs, what are the messages around what they need to release, what they need to welcome in, and some actions they can take? All right, water babies, let's see what messages Spirit has for you guys today. So the first card is the 8 of Cups. The second card is the 9 of Cups. A lot of cup energy so far, and the Wheel of Fortune. Guys, so really this speaks to what I was just talking about. This portal is about shifting your vibration, shifting your belief systems, shedding things and old stories and ways of behaving, acting, doing, and being that are not aligned, right? This is a waking up and a remembrance of self in a new way. All right, so let's talk about the energy that needs to be released, right? You guys, this card here, if you can see how all of these chalices or cups are kind of all lined up perfectly, but one's missing, right? And if you can also see, the moon is present in this card, as well as the sun, right? And this is the number 8. So this is about creating stability, balance, like a really good contentment and flow within your life, right? Like you've done a lot of work, you've had a lot of experiences, right? And you're being called right now to go on a search, kind of an inner search of what is actually missing. What is that missing piece for you? How can you shift to a higher version of yourself? And Because the moon and the sun are both here, this tells me that this is something that needs to be illuminated right now, right? A lot of astrologers are speaking about how this time is so potent, and it's really going to kind of set up the trajectory, if you will, for the next decade of your life. So you're being called to let go of what isn't working, to find that missing piece. But this card also reminds you, my watery friends, that the moon is here, so not everything has been revealed, but the light is shining, right? So it's time to let go of things that are false, things that maybe are not serving us, or rose-colored glasses, letting go and finding the missing piece within our cups. So let's talk about cups a little bit, my water friends. Emotional stability. Also represent equality and healthy love relationships and personal connections, right? But emotional stability, right? Like when we are emotionally stable and really living up to our authenticity, going in flow. You've done a lot of work, my water signs, but something is still missing, right? So that's what you're being called to look at right now during this portal. What is the missing piece? Jumping from, you go from the 8 to the 9, right? So the 9 of Pentacles is wish fulfillment, contentment, and you see all of these cups now are in a row and are in alignment, right? 9s in Tarot also speak to kind of an end of a cycle, right? So you're finding that missing piece and shifting and really stepping into something that is much more aligned, authentic, really letting go of old stories, letting go and unwinding feelings that have kept you stuck around shame and guilt. Those are all messages coming up right now. And the action, or the card that shows in the future, right? We are, got it mixed up here. We are letting go of the missing piece. We are letting go of the story that we tell ourselves that keeps us afraid to expand, that keeps us just in the same cycles, right? This is a cosmic energy, a cosmic portal opening up to push you to your highest good. Find that missing piece. You're being called to look for contentment. It speaks to, you go from the 8 to the 9, and the card that's next is the 10, right? Which is complete wish fulfillment, contentment, just everything lining up and feeling really in flow and really good, right? The third card that presented for my watery friends, this is such beautiful energy. This is, the Wheel of Fortune, and it came in its upright position, which speaks to a period of good fortune, good luck, flow. It's beautiful energy. It shows me that you Pisces, you've been doing the work, right? But sometimes we get stuck in our fantasies. Sometimes we get stuck in rose-colored glasses to keep us kind of stuck in an energy that isn't of growth, right? So it's time to pull back, the rose-colored glasses, pull back the curtain, and really get raw and honest with yourself. So there are 3 centers that would be greatly beneficial for my water friends to nurture during this portal time, and that is going to be your sacral center, your solar plexus center, and your throat center, or your throat chakra, or your communication hub is what I like to call it, right? So let's talk with the first center that came up, our sacral center. So the sacral center correlates with being open to receive joy and pleasure and contentment within our life. It correlates with our sexuality, right? Our pleasure center, being able to receive pleasure and positive things within our life. It's kind of where our emotional selves and our creativity merge, right? So when we're emotionally stable, the things we create are in balance and are in flow. So the sacral center typically gets blocked with feelings that are not processed, resolved, healed, and integrated within us around guilt. So I would like all of my water signs that this message is resonating for. There are some stories that you hold around guilt that are keeping you stuck in a story that's not quite complete. You've had a lot of revelations, a lot of growth, a lot of expansion, right? My watery friends, you like to dive into emotions. So you guys have been working on this, and it shows beautiful progression going from the 8 to the 9 in this time frame, right? This is a short time frame, a short window, and you're progressing lovely. And the outcome or the action card is a time and a period of flow, good luck, good fortune, things working out. Just really, it just feels so nice in my body. So we spoke on sacral center. So really leaning into play, leaning into creativity and nurturing that side of you would be beneficial during this time. And we talked about it correlating with feelings of shame. So I'm sorry, of guilt. So I want you to think on that. Moving to feelings of shame, that is our solar plexus. Typically blocked by feelings of shame or placing our focus on past disappointments, right? It's time to shift that energy. It's time to take the lessons, right? Like you guys have done so much work. This is a huge shift, and it shows beautiful progression within your cups, which means your emotional stability, harmonious relationships. Really, it's a time of shedding and letting go of the things that are not harmonious within your lives. The relationships, whether it be friends, family, work, the situations in your life that are not aligned and bringing you joy. It's time to shift that energy. And I love that you guys have the Wheel of Fortune showing up. Just beautiful, beautiful energy that you're ushering in at this time. So we spoke a little on our solar plexus. We spoke a little on our sacral center. The third center that was buzzing for me is your throat's chakra, right? This is our communication hub. This is how we speak authentically. And let me tell you some things that, like, you know, everybody's always looking for these big, big things, but when you are constantly speaking against your true intentions, desires, hopes, and dreams, this center gets blocked by lies, right? So sometimes we're in this story, right? There's a lot of cup energy, how we love, harmonious relationships, and emotional stability. A lot of times we get stuck in this story of having to overgive of our cups, of our energy, to be good or kind or decent. No, this is an awakening for you, my watery friends, my Pisces, my Cancers, my Scorpios. This is a time to really step in to your emotional stability and really find your contentment by speaking your truth. Simple as, if you are somebody who constantly gives up your energy to other people in a way of simply going against your true wishes, right? Like, for example, you know, we're taught that to be good and to kind, we have to help others, and that is true, but not at the expense of ourselves. And this is the shift that is happening for my water signs, not at the expense of yourselves, okay? So we need to look at where we have been lying to ourselves and see what cycles have remained within our lives for some time, and take advantage of this cosmic shift to really move towards the flow, the good fortune, the good luck. This is a period of just beautiful energy, right? And so I really think this portal is setting us up to kind of say, like, hey, the time is now, the time is here. And how are you going to step into this energy, guys? Are you going to embrace change? Are you going to embrace healthier habits, healthier relationships? Really looking at where you might hold some guilt or some shame that needs transformation, that needs to be let go of. It's not yours to hold. These are just emotions that let us know that something is out of balance. So as you gain this awareness, the flow that comes in during this time, it's really shifting you into Wheel of Fortune and its upright manner energy. Beautiful energy. I love this for my water signs. Best way to nurture our throat center is to really start journaling about things, right? Like, sometimes we're like, oh no, this is fine. You know, let's say it's a relationship. I don't care if it's with a boss, a lover, a family member, a friend. If we're constantly lying to ourselves about, oh, this is okay, you know, sometimes if it doesn't feel good, it needs to be released from your life. This is kind of a push and a propulsion of cosmic energy that is open right now for you guys to really shift some unhealthy habits, some codependent relationships, and really lean into filling up your cup, looking for that missing piece, what's missing to bring you emotional stability at this time, and really to find your contentment, right? You go from the 8 to the 9. Let's bring in this energy. All right. We're going to jump in now that you have your centers. Sacral, leaning into play, activity, enjoyment. Open yourself up to pleasure. Sexuality, your sexuality, open and blossom that within you again. However that looks like for you, whether you have a partner or on your own, you're being invited to create and to welcome in joy and pleasure and open that part of yourself. Really to get and gaining emotional stability and harmonious relationships and situations in your life. That's what this portal is shining the light on, right? And from Moonology, let's see what message comes forth from your higher self to close out this reading for my beautiful water signs for this portal starting today and going through the 2nd of June. And your message is, your dreams need a practical plan. I love this. Scorpio, Pisces, Cancers, your dreams need a practical plan. We are the watery, the dreamers. We are the ones that are always deep in our emotions, okay? This is all about emotional stability. You've dived, you've looked, you've been uncovering and analyzing, and it's time now to find that missing link, to bring in your contentment by allowing harmonious relationships, by allowing pleasure, joy, fun into your life at this time, okay? So your dreams need a practical plan. That is what is kind of blossoming right now in this cosmic energy. Think about how you can create a new plan, create a new story, create a new timeline that is really focused on growth, harmony within your relationships, and emotional stability. That is what is being called on you to shift at this time. All right, my beautiful water signs, have a beautiful couple of days. Really take the time to nurture you and lean into those centers: sacral, solar plexus, and throat center. You're all beautiful creatures, so take the time to nurture you, and I look forward to connecting soon.